This is a story that I guess I would entitle My Brother's Keeper. At one point in time, the Spirit has said to me that if we turn it around backwards, we'd have it right. Jesus and everything that he did, when you began to listen to his words, he reversed things. He said, if you live, you'll die. If you die, you'll live. If you save, you'll lose. If you lose, you'll save. Everything he did, he reversed it. If they were deaf, they could hear. If they were blind, they could see. If they were lame, they could walk. Adam fell upside down, and Jesus came to reestablish us like God wanted us to be. And this is a story about my brother, my half-brother, who my father's first wife passed away. She actually died in childbirth, and he had 7 children with her, and they were raised pretty much without their mother. I don't understand how that would feel, because thank God I always had my mother. But my half-brother grew up to be an alcoholic, or what we would call just a drunk. And there was a little store in our community, a little country store that everybody went to. They sold beer and wine, and he spent a lot of his time out there. Out there they had little benches on the side. They had a few old cars sitting around, and sometimes he wouldn't come home for days. He would, if he got enough money to just drink, he would just stay out there and drink and sleep in those old cars and sit out on those benches. And I remember after I had started preaching, I had this little small church, and I think we had built the church, and the state overseer of the organization that I was in had come down, and he was going to dedicate it. And he and I were riding around through the country, and we wanted a Coca-Cola, so we stopped in this little store. And I remember getting out of the car as we were walking in the store and thinking, I hope my brother's not here today. If I know if he is, he's going to come over and, have something to say, and I was going to be so embarrassed. And so we're walking towards the store, and sure enough, here he came. Oh, he comes up, and he's so proud of me being a preacher and having a life, I guess, that seemed pretty good. And he grabbed my hand, and he shook my hand and told that overseer, he said, "This is my brother." He was so proud of me. And then he shook the overseer's hand, and I'm so embarrassed. So after he goes, we ease on in the store, we get our Coke, and we're coming back out, and I'm wondering what the overseer thought about that little episode. And as we're walking to the car, I felt like the Spirit said, the next time you have somebody with you and your brother's there, don't let him tell them that you're his brother. You tell them, he's my brother. I believe we've gotten it backwards a little bit, and if we turn it around, we'd have it right again, because he didn't send us to condemn the world, but to demonstrate the love of God to the world. And get off of your self-righteous high horse and get down to where everybody else is, because there's not enough good in the best of us to criticize the bad in the rest of us.